What is going on, guys? This is Nick here at Y480. We are playing NHL 17B GM mode, franchise mode with our Colorado Avalanche. And last episode, we made a trade. We got Matt Duchene shipped off, got some picks for him, and a nice prospect in Brendan Lemieux. Now, last episode, I started the whole comment thing, hosting your guys' comments and episodes. And here are some new ones. These are the ones you guys had suggestions for the upcoming trade deadline and right now. So here they are on screen. Check them out. Thank you guys for submitting those. Now, if you do want to be in the next GM mode, your comments coming up here, make sure to comment down below in this video with any helpful suggestion. We're going to go to the trade deadline, so that's a big one. We are going to make some trades in today's video before we start simulating again, but then we're going to just sim to the deadline, and that'll be the next episode. So let me know down below, and you can be in the next episode. I try to get as many as I can. There's only, obviously, so much space to throw them all because everybody's got really good ones. But I see a lot of the similar people posting really, really good ones. So, you can get an episode streak going. Special shout out. We've got a lot of really good comments in the last video. This is definitely probably the best video, detailed comments I've ever had. Thank you guys so much. You guys set out like almost a full game plan for the future of this GM. So I'm very thankful for that. Thank you guys so much. So let's get right into it. As you guys know, we got some kind of stagnant contracts on the books, which didn't really pan out. I've got them written down next to me, all these moves you guys suggest. It's insane. So I think the first one we're going to move, we got to do this as quick as possible. I think we just got to get rid of our goalie now, Varlamov. So Varlamov's got kind of a terrible contract on the books right now as for his overall with his contract. It's just not going to work. 3 more years at almost $6 million. I just can't. And we're at max contracts. I know we can get rid of some of the re-sign phase. It's just annoying to have this contract on the books, especially when it inhibits any growth through free agency or anything like that. So yeah, I think the biggest thing would to just be trading him right now, only a month in. It'll give us a little bit of time to be able to lean on our backup in Bernier, because I don't think we need to really trade him. How many years left? He's at 1. Yeah, so $4 million at 1 year. That's fine. We'll get rid of him at the re-sign phase. He can just kind of be our bridge guy until we get a young gun up here, which we don't have any in the pool, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So Varlamov, you're on the block. Now, I did kind of look into these trades. I didn't simulate any of these trades because that would be cheating, but I did look into a couple of these to see what we could do trade value-wise, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. I'll sim that. Well, I won't sim them, but I'll do them off camera, the next few ones. Who's the guy? Oh, yeah, this guy. We're not going to use him. 22 years old, AHL top 6 potential. He can help somebody else out, Gerard there. So he's just going to be one of our contract people. But the first trade I want to be able to make, which was a fan suggestion, a subscriber's suggestion, was trading Varlamov to the Flyers. So let's get over to the Flyers here. I think they could potentially use them. They only have Neuwirth and what's his name, Stolarz. So I think this could actually be a realistic trade here if they want to use what they've got right now, which I think they do want to win right now. Oh, yeah, they have Elliott. I forgot about that. So Elliott and Neuwirth. So maybe not the most, now that I see Elliott's there, maybe not the most, but maybe after this they'll trade Neuwirth or something. We want to try to get Stolarz just to have a fringe starter in either, well, we're going to put him in the NHL right away, but you guys were saying this would be a good trade, even though they don't want to give him up, to do that. And for the other piece, a defenseman here, which they also don't want to give up, which makes me weird about it because you guys want either Provorov or Ghost. It's just too high a trade value. I'd have to add in a lot to it because I really don't want to give them up. But Sanheim here is kind of the odd man out. Not that they couldn't use him, but they have Morin, they have Ghost, they have Provorov. All 3 of these guys are really great, but I think if they want to win now, we give him an elite goaltender, 86 overall. He plays, I think his stats are better than his actual overall shows. He's really good in HUT. So Sanheim comes over. So if you guys don't think this is the most authentic trade. It's, maybe it's not, but you got to remember, this is more along the lines of we're trading to a team that wants to win now, and we're taking, maybe Stolarz didn't pan out to what they thought he was going to be, and we want to get Sanheim as this backup guy who's just a really great prospect that we can throw in the AHL right away. So that'll be pretty cool at this point. So let's see if this goes through. It might not. We're just a smidge higher. We might have to throw in a pick. It would be so cool if they just took this. And I think this is good. I don't think that we're giving them too much. This contract paired with this overall skill and everything, and then this is a no-name forward that they want for some reason. I think they're honestly giving us a little too much in this, but it might not go through. So let's see. We might have to throw in a pick, and they have 50 contracts. We have 50, so we got to do this. So, all right, let's see. Oh, my God. They took it in the first one. Let's see what they said. Yep. Okay, so it was right on the cusp there, and it worked. Wow. Did not think that would go through on the first try. I thought for sure we'd have to throw in like a fourth or a third. I think we have to just bring Stolarz up. He might be down here. Whoops. Let me just do this real quick. I'll do this on camera because I don't think it's going to be that long. Okay, yeah. So I think we just have to change the lines here. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. I wish the assistant coach could just throw it's just the goalie, right? The goalie's just got to be thrown in. Okay, I'll fix this and we'll come back. Just one moment. All right, we are back here, and you guys see this player, Alex DeBrincat. Is that how you guys say it? There were multiple comments about this guy. He's top 6 potential, but you guys were saying he is a money guy. He is just he gets so good. At already 70 overall, I'm a believer, and I definitely think he's got a long time to grow with that 70 overall. So that's a great prospect. They don't want to give him up, though. He's got decent trade value. But you guys were saying maybe we could throw like Soderberg on this deal, get rid of that contract, and that opens up a roster spot for somebody like Yager to sign a 1-year deal, help out that first line so they still all grow. I really like that deal. So check out Soderberg here just so you guys can check him out real quick. Good player. Like, I wouldn't mind having him on the team, but 4 more years at almost $5 million, I just don't think it's going to work. And I don't think, this isn't something the Blackhawks, I feel like, would do. So what we got to do is maneuver this in a way that they will make the trade. So we got to make it worthwhile to them. And I don't think that includes a first round pick. But I do think it does include a draft pick. You guys were saying draft picks are pretty expendable this year because it's a weaker draft. I would like to keep at least one, and that would be ours for the first round. So maybe we can get a lottery pick. Because for the most part, we know who's going to go top 10, and we can make a very good pick right there and automatically basically seal the fate for the remaining rebuild. It's done. We got future goalies, we got this, we got that, and then free agency is our friend from then on. So I'm thinking maybe the second we can definitely give up. And the fact that this is just a little bit over, and they don't want the second, they don't want Soderberg, and they don't want to give up DeBrincat, it's a little risky. But I mean, you guys are saying it works, and you guys can do it, or we can do it. I don't know why Colorado would be signing Soderberg other than maybe just to fill out the line on a cup run. So maybe they'd rather have him as a rental or something in, his final year. It's a little unrealistic, especially since this guy apparently gets really good. So in a way, I don't really like doing it, but let's see if this goes through. You know what? Let me throw like a no-name forward on there too. Oh no, they have 50 skaters, don't they? So we can't do that. I just wanted to kind of pad our roster so we could sign somebody, because this won't let us sign Yager if we do it right now. So maybe we can't get him. But this was like the overall consensus guy you said to get right away. And I pretty much agree with that. He is in the CHL, though, so maybe we can wait till the trade deadline, and, it won't matter either way. So, actually, let's do that, and let's try Soderberg for the other team I wanted to try him at. Sorry for all the Debrincant fans. Can you guys tell me how to pronounce that? I feel stupid saying that. It's like 4 different words in one. Um, let me know if that was a bad or a good decision. But I think that at the trade deadline we'll be able to grab him with maybe a trade. I don't know. Maybe like we could deal Eric Johnson at the deadline because that would be more of like a rental player. Even though I think he has 2 years left or maybe more. So I guess not really a rental. But you guys know what I mean. So let's go to this other guy here you guys are telling me about. Okay, they have 47 open contracts, so we could get rid of some. They want our second round pick. Let's see if this will work. This is kind of a jumbled whole thing. Okay, Hamonic is on this team. You guys are saying he's no longer on the Isles. I think I may have just missed that. But you guys are saying get Cole. I'm sorry, guys. It's my thing now, just mispronouncing things. So, I mean, that looks okay. Trade value-wise, it's just slightly under, but there's no way that this would actually happen. So, what I'm thinking is we should use the Winnipeg first-rounder on this one. And I know that's kind of messed up, but I guess this guy is money, and it will really help our team in the long run with that salary. And we could even throw him on the NHL squad or just in the AHL tearing it up. I am going to add a nothing prospect here just to get rid of some contracts and to kind of pad our stats. Maybe somebody with actually a little tiny bit, a little sliver. Not going to give him Siemens. Maybe we can do none of these guys really. This guy I probably won't use, so we could give him. I don't think I'm going to use Gertson. Yeah, I have 60 defensive defensemen, so I'll just throw him on there. He adds a little tiny bit. So that might be a little heavy on our side, but at the same time, this is an elite prospect. And you guys really wanted me to grab him with either Soderberg trade or the Johnson trade. And I think we can wait on getting Debricant. Debricant, is that how you say it? That sounds better. And yeah, I think we can wait till the next. I think we can definitely wait till the trade deadline, the next episode. That'll make it a little more exciting because we can actually get a trade off. And I was thinking even trying to trade maybe somebody else at the deadline too, like Colborne or something like that. But I think this looks pretty good. It's a little heavy, but honestly, I kind of want to make it more realistic because I think the last trade was a little unrealistic. Let's give up our first round pick from Winnipeg that we acquired. And we get to Cole. At the end of the day, we're getting an elite prospect. Just, I don't know, to make the whole thing a little bit more, because I know you guys get upset sometimes. We can throw in a fourth maybe. They want to give it away. Maybe this will work. Let's see if it works. If not, whatever. Look at our look under our logos. Our records are 0, 0, and 0. Wonder why that is. Okay, well, we get rid of 2 contracts. We pick up Cole. Well, we get rid of 1 technically, and then we get a 4th. Let's see if it works. Reject. Okay, they're totally unwilling, so let's see if they just give us Cole. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I mean, I'd be okay with throwing in, maybe not this. I don't know if the second, but I could do the Rangers 4th and the 5th, or I'll just do the 7th because who cares? Just get rid of these picks. You guys were saying just screw the picks this year. Let's go all in. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go through. We'd have to add in the second rounder here. I just don't think that it's something that they want to do at all. They want these 3, though. They just don't want this contract, I think. And it might just be trying to force something that's just not going to happen. But we do need to trade away Soderberg and some of these people. So I got to find something to do. But let's see if this goes through. Little heavy-handed. Maybe we can try to get that 4th, just because I don't know. I don't want to get screwed too much, but also we're unloading a lot on this team. Fair, but okay. They'd have to throw somebody on waivers, so let's just do this. Oh no! I'll throw in the 5th. I know this is forcing it, guys, and I apologize. See if this works. Oh god, it's doing that glitch. There we go. Rejected. I don't think we're going to be able to make this go through, and I don't want to throw in next year's draft picks. We can do this 4th instead, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I think we would have to do Johnson for DeCole, if anything, and we'll have to do that at the trade deadline. So let's try to get Deborah Cant, or whatever his name is, and see if any of this will work. I don't need any of their draft picks. Let's see. What position did he play? I think he was like a center or something, wasn't he? Yeah, he's a center. Yeah, so I think this is way too heavy on our side. And yeah, they can't get any of these skaters. So would this work, or was it this was not working, and then we tried to throw in the fourth? We might not be able to do this, guys. We might have to wait till the trade deadline, which I'm fine with, but I did kind of want to tank and sign Yager for that first line, which would have been a lot of fun. I really don't want to give away my first for this guy, even though you guys said he is really good, but I think we can afford to live without him for a little bit. Yeah, it's way too off base for them, and they don't want to pick up that contract. So that's okay. Sorry, guys, who wanted to get him. We could do Johnson for that one DeCole guy, but I don't know. We'd have to sign like a defenseman or bring up one of our AHL guys that I just don't want to risk doing. So let's go to the trade deadline, and then you guys can reassess what I kind of want to do. We made we did make a big trade. We got Stolarz in there, and we got the defensive prospect in Sanheim, which I did put down in the AHL. He's on every single line, doing every single thing. So let's just go ahead and simulate. I think we only had like 1 or 2 cuts in this video so far, which is really cool. Because I am going out of town this weekend, but there's still going to be daily uploads. If you guys haven't, please subscribe below. It's really cool. We're trying to rebuild this channel, and the response has been amazing. I thought I would have got a ton more hate, but you guys have been nothing but supportive, and I really appreciate that, because it's intimidating to come back to an audience, especially over like 1,500 subs. I've never had anything, any social media or any channel or anything that big in my life. So definitely something scary. And it was pretty cool when I came back. All the hockey YouTubers, if you guys are watching, thank you for inviting me into that Twitter group chat with all the cool hockey YouTubers. Everybody was super supportive. People I watch know my name and watch my content. It's pretty cool. And YouTube has brought me nothing but good luck and fun times. So thank you guys so much for that. We're going to do the forwards here for 6 weeks. We kind of know who's going to the top 10, so I'm hoping we can just get that. Look at that. We win against Toronto. Oh, man. By the way, that Toronto GM that I stopped, 10 months ago, I will be finishing that. We're going to do a live stream. So just bear with me for the next couple weeks here. I'm going to try to build the channel up a little bit more. Then we're going to start doing some live streaming, things like that. The update video is coming. I know some people were asking about that. Just got to figure out what the exact update is and put some more plans in motion. Because right now I have a ton of ideas. Only a few are in motion. Whoa, look at that big win. A lot of goals scored in this one here against the Hawks. 24-11-1. So they're doing pretty well. They may want to trade at the deadline some prospects for like someone like Johnson or someone that can bolster their D core or forward core. So that is good to know. We keep getting points against the Maple Leafs there too. So this has been almost a perfect month for a tanking team. There's another win though, so that's making it a little less perfect. Minor changes, but I think that the change with the goalie is actually in the long run more of a major change because of the amount of games that I think were stolen by our previous goalie, Varlamov being able to actually stand on his head and get some wins, which is not something you want when you're trying to totally tank it. And there's a win against Vancouver, which I guess is also kind of look at this. We're starting the month off undefeated. There's a loss. There we go. Okay, pretty good here. I'm just going to keep going week by week. I think the biggest thing for us would just be keep losing games, but also, yeah, I know, Pro Scout. I think we got to keep an eye. We're like just over 500 or just below 500. We need to go lower. We'll check the stats maybe after this month. That's a good idea. I'm going to go 2 weeks this time because it's actually going pretty slow. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, basically let's keep an eye on the stats and everything for the whole league so we can see who's kind of trending upwards, because maybe we can kind of assess where we should send some players that would actually be a little more realistic. Because, trading them away to the Eastern Conference is one thing. That's pretty realistic, So doing a trade with New York for DeCole would be pretty cool and makes sense, especially because you guys are saying Tavares is asking management for help, and if he doesn't get help, he's basically just going to throw in the towel come the offseason and go to another team. So that makes sense. If we can kind of surround him with some good players that we have. We don't have a ton of assets, though. That's kind of the problem. Okay, here's some losses. We're staying right at 500. Obviously with the overtime losses, it's a little under, but I don't want to be at 500 at all. I want to be well below. So if we can get at the trade deadline some trades away and just tank it, and we're coming up on it right now. So I think I'm going to go to that Philadelphia game so everybody kind of has the people they want to trade away. We start the months really well, by the way. 2 wins here. Jeez, guys, come on. All right, let's get a couple more losses here. Hopefully we can win at least more than half of our upcoming games. We have more wins than losses now. I mean, we're definitely not a good team, but I don't want to have like pick number 15 or something. I want to be top 10, lottery team. I think we'll be able to really tank it once we trade away a couple players at the deadline, though, especially if it's someone like Johnson, who's a really big impact first-line defenseman, and then someone like Soderberg that wins a lot of faceoffs for us. I think that'll be good. We get another point and then a win and then another win, shutout win, and a loss. There we go. Another loss, please, against Carolina. That'd be nice. Shutout win. So our goalies are actually going pretty well here, so that's actually good. Shootout win. God, what is happening? I didn't want to get on 30 wins here. What is happening, boys? Big win against the Preds. What the hell? All right, let's just go up to this Philly game and assess it. I know I said I would take a look at those stats. I was kind of just rambling and forgot. But we'll take a look at stats right now. We're ending the video just in a minute here. We can ask for a little bit. Okay, coming up on the deadline, you can see here we are 28, 26, and 6. So definitely not a good record, but it's way better than I thought it would be. We are last in our division, but let's take a look at the stats. Team stats here. Tyson Barry's still doing real well. That's good. All right. So actually, we're not last in our division. The Blues are, but they are tied with us for points. So we'll start dropping, I think, after the deadline. They can leapfrog us a little bit. But let's look in the whole entire league. I can't imagine we're very last because we weren't last in our division. But, okay, so as it stands now, if it was just end it right now. Wow, the Leafs are last. What the hell? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick. So we're ranked 7th worst, or I guess whatever it is. I think we could drop a little bit. We may not be able to drop all the way down to the Toronto level, but that's okay. Man, if Toronto gets another like really great pick, that would be crazy. They're going to be stacked. But we're building too. So hopefully we can start dropping a little more. Hopefully I can get around here in the top 4. That would be really nice. That's kind of what I'm going for. If we can get it actually in the top 5, I'll be happy. That'll give us enough so we can at least get a top 10 pick. And there's somebody everywhere in the top 10. We can fill at least one role somewhere. And I do want to keep our pick just for that reason. So we can trade the I guess the Winnipeg pick. I don't think we traded that, did we? No, we were going to trade that, but we didn't. I have a very short memory for this kind of stuff. And let's just see who's contributing here. Barry Soderberg, we got to get rid of him. He's helping us win games. Soderberg, 44 points in 60 games. That's awesome. McKinnon's got 41 and 60, which isn't bad, but he can definitely be doing better, up to an 88, which is really good. And Yakupov hasn't grown, but he's got a lot of points. He's on the first line, though, so hopefully he grows. He's a plus player, too. So, we're keeping him for now. He's definitely somebody I wanna keep for a little bit and see how he's doing. Landeskog still at 86 there, so who knows? He is a leader on the team, but whatever. And Wilson, you know, somebody we can potentially trade. I don't really care. He's a minus player. Rantanen, you guys were saying move up if we make a trade, move him up to the first line. We should probably actually, let's just do that because that might help us lose some games maybe and get some chemistry going between him and McKinnon. I'll do that now actually, just so we can keep an eye on it. And then Landeskog can go play a second line role, maybe help that second line grow a little bit. I don't really know if that's necessary though. But, you know, whatever. Let's just do this right now on camera so I remember. You guys have committed me to that. He's on the third line right now. That's just not something we need to be doing. Wilson can go down here. He is a second line forward, though, so maybe I'll just put him on the penalty kill here real quick instead of Como. That's totally fine. Como can be upset or whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. Wilson, yeah, we'll throw him up there. Cool. Okay, so hopefully this starting lineup with Rantanen here as the sniper on this first line. His shot's getting a little better. He's definitely just an average player at this point. God, this first line sucks, except McKinnon. But hopefully all these guys can grow. I mean, Rantanen's up to an 83. You know, he's grown at least a skill point here, so that's pretty good. I mean, the thing is the team is in motion. They're not bad. Colborn's somebody we can trade as well, by the way. So honestly, this second line we can totally trade everybody. Como was another guy you were saying like a flavor ad that we can just get rid of. Let's see if anybody down the AHL has grown. Oh, look at that. Nieto's up to an 81 and Bjork's up to an 81. Bjork. Sanheim's up to an 81. That's awesome. Cool. Good call, guys. He was at 77. He's up to an 81. Or is he 79? I think he was 77. Insane. Awesome, guys. Maybe he just wasn't playing in Philly. That sucks. So that's pretty cool. He's definitely the number one D guy here. Actually, what was he? Oh, he's depth defender. So if he grows anymore, we might have to pull him up to the NHL or he'll get upset. Siemens guy here. Definitely got to keep him. Okay, so that's pretty good. Just let me know down below. Remember, if you want to be in the next episode, give me a suggestion on what we should do at the trade deadline. So we already have Decole kind of lined up. These aren't set in stone, by the way. This is just the mainline suggestions everybody has said. Let me know down in the comments below if this is what you want to see. Either Colborn with Soderberg for Decole on New York. Or do you want to see maybe Soderberg with Colborn or Como or something for Debrecant on Chicago, which is a forward prospect, and maybe we could do something like Eric Johnson for Decole with a couple other things, prospects, picks, whatever. We could get rid of that other Winnipeg pick if I haven't gotten rid of it yet. I forgot. There's a few different things. And then if we need to fill some roster slots or if we have room to, we could always sign like Yager or Mathot, you guys were saying. But I think at that point we could just bring up a young gun or bring in a 70 and just trash more games, which is cool with me because we get a lottery pick. And then next year it's like, okay, let's go hard on certain things. Let's clean up the contracts in the offseason, that kind of thing. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you dug it. It helps me so much. And honestly, thank you guys for all the support you've given me. This channel I love being back. Comment down below if you want to be in the next episode, and we will see you next time out on the ice.